Well, first of all, you may be wondering, what is the Australian Red Cross? Well, the Australian Red Cross is a non-for-profit organisation that is largely funded by the Australian government and is a core agency responsible for blood donation in Australia. However, with such a large number of additional charities like Beyond Blue and St John Ambulance potentially seeking funding from the government, the Australian Red Cross faces stiff competition. We feel strongly about blood donation and hence have put forward this campaign as a roadmap for our future to ensure the supply of blood by and from future generations. Our goal from this campaign is essentially to increase the number of first-time and regular blood and plasma donors among 18 to 25-year-old tertiary students by 20%. We come to you today to ask for 20 million in funding. Considering Cancer Australia was funded by over 60 million last year, we believe this amount is not unreasonable. We believe that our target audience of tertiary students are heavily driven by moral righteousness and thus are more likely to partake in socially proactive activities. Hence, we targeted this campaign towards them through our creative message, spent an hour procrastinating study, saved 3 lives instead.
One of our main promotional strategies is the use of event marketing, whereby quarterly blood drives will be held at various tertiary institutions across Sydney. These events will consist of trained volunteer nurses and staff who arrive at the blood drive with all of the necessary equipment needed to facilitate a safe and convenient blood donation. Some of the features of the blood drive include upbeat, popular music in communal waiting areas to ensure donors are relaxed, posters around campus with the campaign slogan that include directions to the donation site to improve awareness and accessibility, and partnerships with local businesses, for example, free coffee for donors or Woolworths sponsoring the sweet snacks post-donation. This helps boost morale and also provides an opportunity for CSR for these local businesses. The purpose of these blood drives is to create a feel-good environment in which students can have a convenient and minimal effort means to donate. All tertiary students will receive emails prior to the day informing them of the blood drive locations. This way, even if students don't come to campus on that day, they are encouraged to find the closest location and donate blood, offer financial help, or volunteer.
Our second media strategy will comprise of information sessions that will be held at various tertiary institutions 2 to 3 times per year. These events will allow previous donor receivers and donors to talk to tertiary students about the positive impacts that donating blood has had on their lives and health, as well as their experiences with donating blood. This strategy aims to allow first-time donors to understand the ease of donating blood, factual evidence about donating blood, and the positives that come out of donating blood. By providing students with incentives such as coffee coupons, this will incentivize them to partake in these events. Consequently, this will heighten the awareness of donating blood and increase the Red Cross's reach.
Let's talk about interactive advertising at public transport locations. Our target audience are students, so most of them take public transport in order to get to their universities, their TAFEs, wherever they need to go to learn. UNSW's 2016 travel survey found that 59.8% of their students take public transport in order to get to uni. So what's one of the biggest questions that students have when they're looking at donating blood? It's, am I eligible? We've already got an eligibility test on our website, but that's not something students might find unless they're searching for it actively. So how do we answer this question? We suggest installing interactive boards at public transport locations with the eligibility test on them. That way, once students complete them, it will direct them to where they need to go in order to find more information. Now, these boards don't have to be everywhere. We suggest installing these boards at public transport hubs close by to the institutions. That way, students will see them as part of their daily commute when they're getting on and off the train and everything like that. Since they're constantly exposed to the ad, they'll constantly be reminded of becoming a blood donor, regardless of whether or not they've donated in the past.
When's the last time you wasted an hour procrastinating? Well, why not save 3 lives instead? The fact is that most young people take in more social media than any other form of online content. Did you know that? This makes sites such as Facebook and Instagram a vital part of our media strategy. Through the support of Australian social media influencers such as Flume, Tim Cahill and Nicole Kidman donating blood and posting their story about their experience, we believe our target market of tertiary students aged 18 to 25 will relate to these celebrities whom we all identify with and respect, and this will increase the number of first-time donators. A competition to win tickets to a Flume concert, a Socceroos match or a Nicole Kidman starring film will drive people to share their own blood donation stories and photos, creating a greater sense of obligation amongst tertiary students to donate and share their stories themselves. Through identifying that 87% of tertiary students believe they heavily procrastinate, doing assignments, the slogan's a powerful message, that will resonate in young people, backed up by the support of these social media influencers. Growth in social media following, along with the campaign itself, sets up the Australian Red Cross in a strong position to instigate positive change amongst the target market.
In conclusion, we believe that with the appropriate funding and implementation, the combination of these promotional strategies will result in increased regular blood donation from our target market. Thank you for listening.